some beef brewing in the AMU. What a time to be alive, you guys. Never did I think that I would be alive to see the top 3 wannabe alphas sitting in the same cockroach-infested jail at the same time beefing with each other. Well, actually, this is more of a one-sided beef because Wes Watson must have found out that Andrew Tate was having his lawyer bitch and complain on Twitter X. Like we talked about in our last video, he's been on the internet complaining about the living conditions, complaining that his faucet is broken, complaining about his neighbor eating paint off the wall, and the only water he has to drink is from the shower and it's all hot and brown. He's upset that he's not allowed any water bottles in the shoe. He's also pissed that he's only been to rec 3 times. And of course, how could we forget that he has a tummy ache? So yeah, Andrew Tate has just been bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining this entire time. And I guess Jose or somebody must have snitched to Wes, telling him that, Andrew Tate is crying on Twitter. And this really pissed Wes off. He is not happy about this. In fact, he had Jose record a jail phone call of him so that he could post it onto his YouTube channel. I'm not kidding you. Like, what a time to be alive, you guys. So Wes, in this phone call, was calling out Andrew Tate for basically being a pussy, pissed off that Andrew Tate is complaining on Twitter because, of course, Wes Watson is the baddest motherfucker from San Diego to Miami and the biggest alpha. So in this phone call, he starts off by saying that, everybody wants to know his thoughts. Everybody has been dying to hear Wes Watson's thoughts on the Tate's arrest. And I literally have not seen, maybe there's a ton of people wanting Wes Watson to weigh in on this and wanting to hear what he thinks, but I literally have not seen anybody wonder or question or ask, what does Wes Watson have to say about this? I really don't think anybody cares what this motherfucker has to say. I truly don't. I mean, we kind of all just want him to float off into the abyss, but apparently there is, okay? Apparently, unbeknownst to all of us, there's a ton of people wanting to, know what Wes Watson thinks about all of this. So thankfully, he posted all of his thoughts onto YouTube, and he's saying that, of course, the Tates are innocent. They're just as innocent as he is. But the main thing I want you guys to listen out for, because this is just absolutely hilarious, is how he is trying to one up the Tates, trying to act like he's just the biggest badass, and how they're pussy because they're complaining about not eating, but he hasn't eaten in 3 days and he's doing it by choice. He doesn't even want to eat. He's basically just using all of this as an opportunity to flex how hard he is and of course get a little bit of clout off it. I think he even titled this video, so let's see. Yeah, he titled this video, Andrew Tate x Wes Watson locked up in Miami. So he's obviously trying to get views off it because none of his videos get any views whatsoever. This one has 13,000 views at the time of filming this, which is really not that great considering he has over 500,000 subscribers. But I guess now that I look at it, it's doing the same as all his other videos. It's not doing any better. But obviously his channel is struggling, so he's trying to get some clout off this. While he's in jail, he could use the money, right? But it's just so funny, and I'll play it in just a second. But he is trying to position himself as, so much harder and tougher than the Tates. But he is simultaneously glazing them, saying that he loves them, saying that they're innocent and all this shit. It's like he wants people to know that he's more badass than they are, but he also doesn't want to piss them off. He wants to stay on their good side in case, he ever needs to suckle a little bit more clout off them, of course.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Wes Watson. Locked up with the Tates in Miami. I know everybody wants to hear this. I know everybody wants to hear what I believe about this. I mean, I know the Tates are innocent. Fuck that. I'll never believe they did this being charged with. But Tate's saying it's inhumane, it's cold, they're starving. I haven't eaten in 3 days, motherfucker, so shut the fuck up about that. I've chosen not to eat for 3 days because the food makes me sick. This food makes you sick here. It's such bad food that literally I have chosen not to eat anything for 3 fucking days. There's no rec because the fires that were out here, and now we're on lockdown for someone got sick in the building, so we're on quarantine. Get used to it, motherfucker. This is American jail and prison. You never get to do what you think. You're in transport, motherfucker. I've been in transport the whole time. When you're fighting a case, they take you back and forth to court. You're not programming yet. You're not classified yet. They have to hold you this way. And I still don't believe that famous people have to go. I want to see the paperwork. I want to see the paperwork that their lawyers put in to the system saying, hey, Kodak or or any of these famous people, fucking Javante Davis or Andrew Tate or fucking Tory Lanez had to go. Shit, there's no way they can make you. They might tell you that you have to, and your bitch ass goes along with it, but that's what you chose to do. Because they tell me the same shit, and I say, no, I'm GP, motherfucker, always been. What's up?
So apparently he's pissed off that the Tate brothers are, in PC and they're not in GP like he is, of course. He doesn't need protection. He doesn't need anybody doing anything for him. He's the strongest, most badass alpha there is, of course. But what's so crazy is that he's pissed off that they're in, they have protection. They're not in general population. But their lawyer was complaining that they were afraid for their lives, that we were going to wake up one day and somebody was going to get to him, and saying that people are putting a green light on his head by comparing him to Jeffrey Epstein, that this is basically calling for their murder or something. And so the lawyer was concerned with them being around all of these people. So they got moved to that special housing unit. But now that they're there, the lawyer is mad that they're by themselves and that this is just another thing to break them and trying to break their spirit and all this shit, right? Just so crazy. It's like anything they can throw out the wall to see what sticks. Am I right? So throughout Wes's coked out phone call rant, he's basically saying that the Tate brothers are pussy for being in PC. But then he's also saying that you're also not safe in PC and that Tory Lanez got stabbed in PC. Like, is it safe or is it not? Is it for pussies or is it not? Because he's saying that they're in there because they're scared and that they're so pussy, but he's also saying that there are gangs in PC, that it's super dangerous, that you can still get stabbed. Wes Watson doesn't know really what he wants to say. He just wants to prove to everybody he doesn't need help. He doesn't need protection because he's the most badass motherfucker there is, all right? Because it doesn't even make sense. Like, why does he care what they're doing? Why does he care that they're not in general population? Why does he care that they're in a special unit? He doesn't. He's just trying to prove how hard he is. That's always a motive for Wes Watson. It's always about him. He's like so narcissistic in my opinion. It's all to show that he's this big, badass, hard motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I also think it's interesting that he's going on this coked out rant about the Tate brothers. Meanwhile, he used to say that he would never talk about another man on the internet, but suddenly he has so much to say, like over 10 minutes worth of yapping.
Tory Lanez got stabbed in California on a PC yard. You're not safe because you're in PC. It's just not going to happen. And you're never going to be in SEG the whole time. I mean, this is the reality of America's prison system, jail system. It is just different. Tory Lanez got stabbed by a punk in PC. A fucking straight, probably GBG fool who got fake titties and put the blade in him. But it is what it is. I mean, he chose to be PC. California has prison gangs in PC, motherfucker. You don't know what Deuce 5 is? You don't know what this shit is? Because you don't know shit. I've been in SEG. I've been in the hole, the box out here. I've done shoe time. This is for discipline. They don't put you in it because you're famous. You guys just listen to them. You don't have your lawyer stand up and say, fuck that, put him in GP. I want him to have a good fucking experience and be around people because connection is power. Because connecting with people and loving those around you makes you strong. We're a collective whole. I love the motherfuckers I'm with. My group right here, my team right here, where I'm at right now, we got the foot on their neck. Nobody can fuck with us. That's just how it is. It's always been that way. Motherfuckers swore I'd have a hard time in Florida lockup. You got me laughing, for a motherfucker. Watch when I hit the chain gang. Same motherfucking thing. I'll always be the biggest, always at the top, because I don't break.
Well, guys, it looks like either Wes Watson has been watching some of the AMU videos before he got locked up, or Jose has been gossiping on the phone, telling him what we've been saying, because where else would he get that from? We've all been saying that once he gets to prison, he's going to have a hard time because people are after him, and he was just on the phone call saying, people have been saying I'm going to have a hard time, and I'm having the best time ever. Well, Wesley, you're only in jail right now. And so hopefully, he's not speaking too soon here. But it's just so hilarious that he's saying their lawyer should have demanded that they go to general population so that they could have a better experience, and that connection is power, as if they're in jail trying to like network or something. Like, I understand that there are some good people in jail and you can meet some pretty normal people in there, but I just don't feel like that's the kind of place you would want to do your networking. But that's just just me. You know, what do I know? Anyways, now Wes is going to go back to glazing the Tate brothers, saying that he loves them. But also, you know, they're not as hard as he is, because when times get tough for Wes, he turns into a monster. He starts doing push-ups, starts beating up women. I mean, he starts fighting. That's what I mean. He starts fighting. So right when he starts glazing the Tates, he's like, no, not too much now. And he flips it and starts glazing himself. Of course, he can't take it. He can't ever give somebody a compliment without, of course, glazing himself. Never fails. And he even gets mad that Andrew Tate has been complaining on X. Meanwhile, he's complaining. That's all he ever does. In fact, in all of his jail phone calls that are posted onto YouTube, all he does is complain. He's always complaining.
The whole thing is, I do respect the Tates like a motherfucker. Because guess what? Andrew Tate has been pressed with a life sentence so many times that we've seen him, and he stays mentally strong. I love that motherfucker for that, because that's who he says he is. He says he's mentally strong during hard times, and he is. That's what builds you. During times of adversity, with your self-talk and your actions, you create your current behavior. So let's just say, for instance, this Jit in front of me. Jit means a youngster. This 18-year-old in front of me right here. He has not said one word. He just laid on his rack. It looks like he's seen a ghost the whole time. Because during hard times, that's who he chooses to be. And then you see someone like me. During hard times, I do burpees. I fight. I can make it harder on myself. I haven't even eaten. Because when you're hungry, you fight. When you withhold, you're stronger. Strength is built through restraint, bitch. The fuck you think this is? Stress management is a ceiling to your potential, motherfucker. And that's why this 18-year-old shelled up. That's why most of you motherfuckers, when hard times come, that becomes your behavior. That becomes your personality almost. You think complaining is conversation, motherfucker, it ain't. Like, I stood up and fought the whole time. My self-talking actions were aligned with being at the top. My self-talking actions are aligned with being at the top. Do you guys realize every time I went to court, they woke me up at 3 a.m., I was on the bus by 5, I was in the holding tank at 8 o'clock, and I'm sitting on cold floors with no socks, no shit, thin clothes the whole time, no food, by myself, and I'm doing it, and I'm sitting there at 9 o'clock. Everyone else goes into the courtroom at 9 o'clock. But since I got motions and shit, since I'm running motions and shit, my shit's at 2:30, homeboy. So they go in the courtroom at 9 o'clock. They leave on the bus at 11. I sit in the holding tank from 9 a.m. to 2:30. Then I get out of the courtroom at 4 or 5. I miss the last bus at 4 p.m. I get on the 7:30 bus. The 7:30 bus brings me to TGK. I sit at TGK for an hour to 2 hours. Then I'm brought to Metro West when they do their drop-off. You guys don't know what it takes for me to get in that courtroom as a fucking prisoner who's fighting the fucking PBL? You guys just don't get it. You think like maybe they're driving me in a cop car by myself like them motherfuckers? Fuck no. I'm on a bus with everybody else. Because guess what? I don't need no fucking shit just catered to my ass. You can't tell me shit. Your aura tells it all. And Epictetus said difficulties are things that show men who they are. Difficulties, motherfucker, are things that show men who they are. So you better be asking for bigger problems. You better be asking for more difficulties. And you better face them like a G. That's what I'm saying. Man, that's the goal. The goal is to face difficulties that the old you believed were impossible, but use the skills of wisdom to excel during impossible times that break most. And I didn't just survive, motherfucker. I went through all that time, that 10-piece, that stretch, and I thrived, bitch. I fucking came out a motherfucker. Made myself a multi-fucking millionaire when nobody could do it. All you guys were online. We all started with a plain white page and a grid on Instagram, and I beat you. Why did I beat you? Because my aura is stronger. Why is my aura stronger? Because when they tried to break me, I stood up, motherfucker. I didn't shut up. I stood up. And I'll do it again.
Wes is probably the only guy I've ever heard of that can be sitting in a jail cell, meanwhile bragging about his Instagram account. I mean, I guess he did say that's the thing he's most proud of in life is his Instagram. But anyways, now he's going to go back to low-key taking shots at Andrew Tate, because you know how Andrew Tate was complaining that he only had a wreck 3 times and all this shit. Well, Wes is going to claim that him and his crew in there are so badass. They don't care about any of those privileges. They don't care about wreck. They don't care about the tablet. They don't care about shit. Basically calling Andrew Tate a pussy because, of course, you know, nobody has it harder than Wes Watson. Wes Watson has it harder than anybody. I'm not kidding you. He's literally going to say that he has it way worse than anybody. Hilarious.
This is the whole thing. Even where I'm at right now, there's no politics in Florida prison. So there's no structure. We're punished as a whole. So you can imagine the frustration when a bunch of jits and base heads with nothing going on, nothing to lose, don't even got a butt-naked soup in there. And they don't even get a butt-naked soup a day. They don't care about the floor time. They don't care about the tablet. They don't care about shit getting taken because they have nothing. You don't get how hard it is not to smack the shit out of these motherfuckers. Real convicts make plays and fly under the radar. These fools think complaining is like they're right. Like, you should be treating me better. And I this is inhumane. Fuck you. You ain't a human when you're locked up, fool. You think you are? You got shit fucking twisted. They told me I'm getting 20 years if I take that shit to trial. They told the judge, he said, you could win, you could lose. My lawyer said, you could win, you could lose. Do you want 20 years or 20 months? So we signed for the 20 months. We're still trying to negotiate a plea a little lower right now. That's why I'm still in transit. Still in transit. I'm going through and have been going through the same shit, if not way worse than these famous motherfuckers. And I didn't complain once, homie. All I did was make you guys positive videos and think about you guys. Understand this. It ain't about me. It never has been. My fucking story, my life, my movie defeats all. If they made a movie about my life, we would watch that shit fucking thoroughly. This shit would be like a new Belly, a new Scarface. And we know it. I'm pulling up Phantom, Bugatti, Phantom. The fuck? And this is the whole point. I just went to yard with the homeboys, and Homicide just came to visit my other homie last week for a 21. It was someone up the 21 body. My other little homie right here, little YN from North Miami, motherfucker got multiple bodies. My homie right here got a famous one. These motherfuckers ain't getting out. So how am I going to complain? I'm at least getting out. How would I complain about this shit if I literally was someone who got a date when these motherfuckers don't? And all you pussies on the street that complain, you better not complain today. You better hug your kids. You better hug your wife, hug your family. You better tell your people you love them. And you better not tell them you show them with results. The only way you show your people you love them, the only way you show God you're grateful is with the results you attain in life, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
Wes is so obsessed with this idea. I mean, he talks about it all the time, but he is obsessed with this idea of his life being turned into some sort of movie. I mean, maybe a documentary, but definitely not a movie, my guy. And he has a lot of nerve telling people to go home and hug their wives when allegedly, just a few months ago, he was beating the shit out of his fiance. And now he's on a phone call telling people to go home and hug their wives. And now Wes is gonna go on the same rant that every ex-convict goes on, talking about how he runs shit, his locker's full, he's running everything in there. I mean, I swear to God, every person who goes even just to jail for just a few days comes out with the same exact story about how they run shit. They had all this canteen. They were bosses in there, top of the food chain, all this shit. So he's about to do the same exact thing. He's going to rant about how cool he is, how he's running shit, how nobody can fuck with him. But of course, he's not glorifying it, right? He's not glorifying anything, of course.
Here's the only thing I have to tell you guys is the whole point is that I read a lot from philosophers and shit. LaRoche is one of my favorites, and presence is a superpower. He always goes into depth about how we are never so happy or unhappy as we believe. So present moment is power. Control over is power. This sums up your quality of life. I'm looking at people's behavior in here, and I know this is exactly who they were when shit got rough. Like some of these motherfuckers, they just shelled up. They complained. They didn't say nothing. They let the situation beat them up. And some motherfuckers stood up and hustled up. My locker was full. I run shit. That's how it's always been. The people on my team around here, they do the same. These are motherfuckers who know how to make plays. These are motherfucking convicts who done time. And it's not bragging. Don't mistake my current reflection or current observation as glorification. I do not glorify this shit. I'm just saying when hard times fucking lead a man, when life comes knocking, who the fuck were you? And we're going to see right now who Tate is during this. And I'm saying every time he's been hit with a life sentence case or these bullshit fake fucking cases they put on him, he stood up like a man, he did his time right, and it made him stronger. You people need to take this and apply it to your life because you're complaining about you ain't never faced a life sentence, you ain't never had LWOP thrown at you, you ain't never had a PBO case, you ain't never been through none of this. Who died, who got a life sentence is what I ask people when they complain. And you got to realize, you're in transit, you're not in transit. You're in transit, you're not on program. You're not on a program in prison or county yet. So it's going to be like this. This is how it's been for me the whole time. And you're like, Wes, you haven't eaten in 3 days? I chose that. That makes you stronger. Put the food down, fool. Run it up. What's up?
Yeah, guys, take this and apply it to your own life. Take these assholes allegedly committing some of the worst crimes imaginable and now rotting in a jail cell, having people record them complaining and posting all this shit to the internet. Take all of that and apply it to your own lives, okay? Jesus Christ, I can't. So now things are about to get real cokey because he's about to go, talk about how you can't beat him, nobody can beat him because his aura is stronger. You can feel his aura through the phone. He gives himself chills when he talks about himself, bitch.
It just is what it is. God delights in making you his greatest yet. And how's he going to make you his greatest yet? By taking score on what fucking didn't break you. The blessings that we get are like payment or reparations for when we had to suffer. If you ain't willing to fucking face suffering to fill a basket, then you ain't gonna have them blessings that fill your fucking hand, man, or fill a cup. This is just the realest shit I can show you guys. You will not beat me. Your aura will not be stronger than mine because I know what I'm doing when hard times come. I'm strengthening my aura and I stand there and you can feel it, motherfucker. You can feel that shit through the phone. I give myself chills talking about myself, bitch. You know what time it is. I got love for those motherfuckers. No shit talk for anybody's names I said. They chose to be PC because they are scary. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers get booked here all the time. Motherfuckers get that shit put on them all the time. Motherfuckers get robbed for their canteen in this bitch. Motherfuckers get that shit. It shit happen every day. And guess what? They chose not to go face it. I'll be GP till the day I die, motherfucker. And if it is on the yard, then so be it. What's up? I love you guys. Let's go.
Wes calling him scared and then saying, but I'm not shit talking. I'm not talking shit. And then he goes on to rant and get mad about how they're complaining, talking shit about how they're in PC and that their lawyers should have demanded that they're in general population like he is. He doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need people catering to him. But yeah, he's not talking shit. It's just hilarious the way he doesn't want to get on their bad side. He wants to glaze, but he also wants people to know that he doesn't condone them being in PC. It's just wild. The fact that Wes is mad that Andrew Tate is complaining on Twitter or having his lawyer bitch and complain for him on Twitter, and now he's recording himself also actually complaining about him on YouTube. Just, I can't, dude. These guys are so goofy. Anyways, you guys, it just gets goofier and goofier. Never a dull moment in the AMU. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop me a like if you liked this video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.